We are slowly coming to the end of 2024. Let this be the year you work on your project ideas. Don't push them any further, and to help you speed things up, here are some new add-ons that will 10x your quality and production speed. If you want a desert environment, mountainous or even canyons, the Draw Terrain add-on is a collection of procedure generators that are going to make making these environments easier. You can easily form desert dunes, mountain peaks and canyon valleys by just moving and editing curves around. Making one environment like this usually takes weeks, if not months, but with a tool like Draw Terrain, you can make 10 environments in a space of 1 hour. Draw Terrain has a sister add-on called Drawscatter that makes adding things like grass, forests, rocks and scattering objects easier. And what I love about it most is that you can use curves to dictate where the scattered objects are scattered. It is really great because you don't have to spend time weight painting or waste resources scattering objects outside the camera view, since you can determine exactly where you want the objects to be scattered using a draw tool. This is also great for creating biome ecosystems that work together. AI was overhyped in many ways, but we are starting to see it deliver in the 3D industry, like this Blender AI library. You can generate 3D models, generate textures, generate PBR materials, and HDRIs all inside Blender using this add-on. While it is important to still model things by hand, if you want to add objects in a far distance or objects that are not going to spend too much time in front of the camera, it's nice to know that you don't have to spend a lot of time on those objects. You can just use this AI library to quickly generate models, textures, HDRIs, and materials. Texturing is what makes models look realistic. That's why when you want a sterilized look, you use less textures and mostly shaders and materials. To make your textures look even more realistic and detailed, it's recommended to blend and mix them with others like brick and paint, metal and rust, and more. This is what the Textureblender add-on is made for. It has all the tools you can use to blend different texture sets like diffuse, roughness, and normal maps in one go. Strengthen your texturing with this amazing add-on. Time is the most limited resource we have. Every second that is spent is unrecoverable. So instead of spending it crafting every detail in your render, use Autodepth to borrow detail from images. This add-on can generate a depth map from any image. Use the depth map to displace a plane and apply the image as a texture on that plane. This will in turn turn the image into a 3D model that is textured as part of your render for extra detail in your shots. If you use Blender for motion graphics or anything for that matter, I recommend investing in quick fonts. This add-on comes with over 80,000 fonts, so whatever you want, you can type it and turn it into a 3D object. Right now is at a 40% discount, so you can get it while it's still cheaper. Have you ever wanted to get the Disney look or Pixar look, but when you try it yourself, it doesn't work out? Take a look at this collection of Procedural Wood with over 200 assets. Wood is a big part of renders in most animations, including Pixar and Disney. Right now, Woodmaster is at $24, but you can get it at a 25% discount using the code 25MEUI. Texture tiling is a problem that has existed since the beginning of time. To fix it, this easy Hex Tile uses hexagons to break the tiling instead of rectangular tiling that makes the tiling more obvious. It also has a blending feature to further break up the tiling. If you want to add detail damage to anything, take a look at Destruction Tools. It's a collection of geometry nodes tools that can add rebar, damage, wire mesh, scatter debris, and more with just a few clicks. It also creates UVs very easily so that you can export the models into other applications like Substance Painter to texture them and use them in game engines. Divine Cut has become one of my favorite add-ons due to its numerous updates. Every month, new features are being added to make sure you can make character clothing with ease. They have now added a skirt tool, shirt tool, garments, and texture decors directly into the add-on. Lighting is not just used to make your scenes visible, it's a tool to direct, to tell a story, and to showcase your work. Advanced lighting like this can be complicated, but add-ons like Light Studio are going to help you out quite a lot. Light Studio comes with a number of lighting tools and rigs that professionals actually use. Right now, you can get Light Studio at a 25% discount. When you want your chase scenes to look amazing, add large trucks. This add-on has 150 of them, including container trailers, car transporters, heavy-duty rigs, and more, all rigged and ready to animate with ground detection and dynamics, and some physics. If you are making a chase scene, you will also need a road. You can make it yourself, or you can use this road street generator that is procedural, and the roads are adjustable. It uses curves with high resolution materials, and it also comes with extra objects like trees, barricades, and more. Most badass movies have lens flares. They just make things look epic. Flaresim has been updated to 2.0 and now comes with a bunch of new features, including anamorphic lenses, 20 different lenses with customizable aperture, f-stop, and more. I love cities, especially when they are destroyed and abandoned. If you need to create a scene that is abandoned with destroyed building, try this procedural destruction building generator. This is an asset object that you can add into your asset browser so that you can just drag and drop it into your scene, creating custom destroyed buildings for your scenes. Furthermore, if you're creating a post-apocalypse scene, this tool is a must-have, and this tool makes it easier to scatter debris or rocks naturally near walls, just as they would appear in the real world. When chunks break off a wall, they tend to land nearby, and this tool replicates that behavior perfectly. You can also use it to scatter grass around corners of walls and other objects to enhance the realism of your scene. Yeah, so those were some amazing new add-ons that could help you speed up your workflow. Let me know in the comments which one you would love most, or which other add-on you might think is needed to speed up your workflow.